Next up, Ali Langston.
Minimal casualties. Not a whole lot of hurting. Minimal casualties. Not a whole lot of persons. Minimal. They say one dead soldier out of a few thousand ain't bad. Unless you're that 6-year-old boy and that one soldier was your dad. Now the term minimal casualties has a whole new perspective because this army general done showed up at your doorstep with a folded flag and you just don't feel like pledging allegiance or hearing that speech about how your pops died in honor because you keep getting this visual of shots being popped through his armor. In his dying words are, tell my son I love him. Except the soldier he told him to was also one of those minimals, so the message was never relayed. Sort of like this one, if it fall on ears that won't listen, because the future was predicted in 1984 by George Orwell. But who could imagine that one dead soldier would ever equal one oil well? And this new George got a new story to tell. He said the casualties shall be minimal. In other words, few human beings are expendable to reach the end result. And if you die, just remember you died for liberation. Because we gonna out Saddam from the nation, miss military targets and drop bombs on civilization, but somehow the people should appreciate it. Meanwhile, that 6-year-old lad done put a quart of oil on the mantle next to the family picture, and it's sad because he got issues, because if anybody asks, he says, that's my dad. He was one of those minimals, except when playing catch, that quart of oil never seems to throw the ball back. And who's gonna teach him about the birds and the bees, because word on the street is we dying for oil. And the one son's family pride that made 100 guns rise. Now nations fight nations, and like father, like son, George ain't on the battlefield with one gun blazing. Instead, he's tucked away safe, being patient and waiting, playing with a PlayStation that kept David. And that 6-year-old has dreams of being a landscaper, because all he wants to do now is chop and cut down bushes, symbolic to various frustration. Minimal casualties is what they're saying, fooling the nation with deceit. We expect soldiers to come home, maybe a broke arm in a sling, gunshot in the leg at most. That's minimal, but dead with gunshots to the head, man, you're a live criminal. Then you stand to address the nation at a podium with thoughts on petroleum controlling them. Over 300,000 soldiers deployed, less than 1% injured. Good job, but what about the 50% that come home with Gulf War syndrome? And you say it's all in their head, and you're right, because it's all in their head. Private Ryan can no longer function in society, dealing with the fact that he fought for a country that lied to me. Because this ain't war, this is murder. So you explain minimal casualties to that 6-year-old and his father's unborn daughter.